Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blissful and welcome back to another Skylanders Giants Skylander review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the one and only, the psychopath himself, Pop Fizz's best friend, at least in my mind. It is Trigger Happy. Now this is the version from Spyro's Adventure. That being said, he's relatively pretty much the same as the Giants version, except there are only a couple of differences in terms of power-ups. But that being said, I wasn't able to find Trigger Happy anywhere in the stores, so I borrowed this from my friend, and that is how I'm actually getting to do an entire review for this character. That being said, of course, if you guys don't know how these review works, basically what I do is I review the toy aspect of the Skylander itself first. We take a look at the actual toy, and then we move on to the gameplay, upgrades, and all that other fun stuff. So if you're not interested in discussing the toy, or watching me discuss the toy, I should say, go ahead and skip forward towards the gameplay component where I actually grade the Skylander and such, so be on the lookout for that. But if you are interested in the toy aspect, let's kick this thing off with discussing, of course, the toy aspect of Trigger Happy. So Trigger Happy looks freaking awesome. I think he is very characterful. He reminds me of Pop Fizz. I think that he's probably like the Pop Fizz of the first generation of Skylanders. I mean, the guy looks like a complete psychopath. Look at him. He's got his tongue out. He's got like these giant golden guns, revolvers. They almost look like Nerf guns to me somewhat. I mean, he looks pretty gosh darn awesome. He's just like a giant little fur ball. Not a giant, like a little fur ball. And with like giant ears, almost elf-like ears. He's got very characterful eyes. He doesn't look like the kind of guy you would want to meet in the dark alley, simply because he'd probably just start shooting you with coins out of nowhere for no apparent reason. But overall, even though his design is simplistic, I think that it's so very, very well effective, and really does him justice a lot. He's definitely got a decent balance between looking characterful and at the same time also not looking completely ludicrous. That being said, I also of course really like the mechanical base, or tech base, sorry. Of course there's the actual logo right back here, I believe. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, that is not the logo. Gosh darn it. Maybe it is the logo. Is it the logo? I think that is the tech logo. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, the tech logo is just like a gear itself, so it doesn't really matter. There's the tech logo. It's all over the base. I'm joking. But I really, really like the tech logo's bases for the entire Skylanders, because, I mean, it just looks awesome. Just like a giant pile of gears of war. Yeah, that's what Trigger Happy is based on. He's based on Gears of War, probably. I'm joking, he's not. But of course, before we get to the actual gameplay, overall, as you hear, I mean, I'm enthusiastic about the design. He is simplistic, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like he's overly, oh my god, Trigger Happy is the best thing since sliced bread. He's not. Because sliced bread doesn't even exist. Sliced bread does, but he's not the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's a fun design. He's very characterful. He's very like, to me, he's like Pop Fizz, where he looks very cool and he's got a great personality. You can kind of almost imagine his personality without even hearing him talk or playing as his character, anything like that, just by looking at this figurine of his. But before we go to the gameplay, I always try to place the Skylander onto the base, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, one thing that I really love, honestly, a lot of people seem to kind of disagree with me, at least some people that I asked on Twitter. I really prefer the green bases on the Skylanders. I think it brings them to life better. For some reason, the orange color, to me, doesn't quite do the same effect for me. Like, I'm not sure. I know some people might disagree with that. Like, for example, here, I've got Jet-Vac hanging out over here. Like, look at how much more dull that orange color is compared to the, like, look how much energy that green has. I mean, even if you put the orange right in the middle over the light, the green still has a lot more life to it. It just looks like very energetic, and it really, even though he doesn't have any light up gimmicks within him, just that green base, like that little underlying invisible, or sorry, not invisible, translucent green plastic really brings him to life very well. But all that being said, now that I've blabbered on long enough, let's go ahead and take a look at Trigger Happy's gameplay. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's take a look at the statistics as well as upgrades, and of course, finally, some gameplay for Trigger Happy. So first off, let's take a look at it. Well, first off, actually, take a look at his animations. He's got the best animations. I love him. He's just awesome. Look at him. He's got so much personality just through things like that. He's a complete psychopath, and he would be very good friends with Pop Fizz, I would imagine. But let's take a look at his statistics. Of course, he is not maxed out. In fact, he's only level 11, so 4 more levels to go. Almost maxed out.
So therefore, you can still get kind of a picture in terms of what it is that he excels in. And actually, Trigger Happy is a very well-balanced Skylander. As you can see, he's got a good amount of health, actually, considering that he's just a Skylander and he's not a Skylander giant. Of course, that means that 400 plus is a very good amount of health, especially because he's still not level 15, so he could go even higher. On top of that, look at his speed. He's got 50 speed. Of course, he's getting a little bit of a boost from the hat or underpants that he's wearing on his head right now. On top of that, he's got decent armor actually for a Skylander. And finally, critical hit very high actually at 50. So as you can see, he's a pretty decently balanced Skylander. So now let's take a look at his actual upgrade. So first off, we've got his golden pistols, which allow you to basically shoot rapid fire coins. So not only is he trigger happy, in the term of basically being always wanting to press on the trigger, but he fires golden coins from golden guns. I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal. He's just giving money away to everybody. Next up, we've got his golden safe, which gets a little upgrade. I'll show you that in just a moment, which basically allows you to lob a safe. I don't really find this attack to be fun. I think he's trigger happy. He's not happy to throw stuff guy. He's trigger happy, so I think that you should use his munition weapons more so, and they are fun. He's fun to use due to that factor. On top of that, we've got the golden supercharge, which is a super duper cool attack. Basically, as you hold A on your golden guns, basically the longer you hold it, the more damage it holds. But with this, you only get it upgraded to a certain point where the coin that you shoot becomes larger. Then we got the pot of gold, which is basically an upgrade onto lob golden save, which allows you to then toss a pot of gold. Yay, great idea. Next up, we've got the golden mega charge, which allows you to further charge even further than the point before. So you've got the initial level of charge up, then the secondary level of charge up, and we'll discuss the rest in just a moment. And finally, his final attack is actually the golden machine gun, which basically allows you to prop up a golden machine gun and fire away little pennies, I guess you would imagine, golden pennies or something. And it is very, very fun, especially with his final upgrade, which we'll get to in just a moment. So here is basically where the split up happens, and the bottom half focuses on the throwing or lobbing abilities. And honestly, I think that this is as cool of a name as this upgrade has, which is Coin Explosion. Just throwing money away basically allows you to have a longer range. Coin Explosion blows up the coins, and then on top of that, you got the you toss a giant coin out, and if it lands on heads, you do double damage or more damage than you would if it lands on tails. I don't know, I find this to be a much more boring path. I mean, his name, as I mentioned before, his name is Trigger Happy, so he should be using guns, which is why the top path is my preferred path. And I would push for that path for most of you guys as well, to really have a ton of fun. And the top path features these particular three upgrades. So first of all, we've got Happiness is a golden gun, which sounds like it should be a movie title, and basically it allows you to do more damage with your golden guns, which is very useful. But this ability right here is really where it takes the cake, so to speak. Well, this one and the next one, because the next one is absolutely phenomenal. This one basically allows you now, all the bullets that you shoot, all the coins that you shoot from your golden guns, all those bullets bounce off walls, bounce off any type of obstacles, including, like, you could use like trick shots, you know, like shoot off into a, like if there's an enemy around the corner, you could kind of angle the bullets to hit the enemy without even turning the corner. So this is a very underrated upgrade, and it is a very, very useful one indeed. Next up, we've got the Golden Yamato Blast, which is basically the Kamehameha being shot out of two golden guns, and for that, you have to go with the top path just for this particular upgrade. It is abso-freaking-lutely phenomenal, and it is awesome. We'll see it in action in just a moment's time. And finally, a very fun upgrade as well, and that is infinite ammo. Basically allows you to then use your golden machine gun, which we just discussed in a moment ago. Now it's got unlimited ammo, because before that it props up. It's got basically, I guess, like 2 or 3 clips or so. You can kind of like shoot once all the way to the left, and then halfway going all the way to the right, it will prop back down, so you'd have to summon a new one. But with this particular upgrade, your ammo becomes unlimited. So now that we've blabbered on, let's go ahead and go over here. Ooh, look at that. First off, oh god, what did I do? I entered the access tower. I'm sorry. Let's try and do this. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Get a little bit of a jam there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and try a battle. Let's try. I don't even know which one we should try. Let's try. No chompies allowed. Could that be a fun one? You know what? Let's just try the first zone. I think. Well, yeah. Let's go for stop the spell. That way, I make sure that I could showcase everything without being worried about dying or anything like that. Alrighty, so first off, let's show the basic attack. Now, we will be benefiting from the fact that our bullets can bounce off things like that. Look at that. Look at that. Bam! Look at the bullets bouncing everywhere. Now, to me, for some reason, I'm not sure if it's true for you guys. Let me know if it is. I don't know why. At first, I thought he was shooting tennis balls. Like, look at them and think about, like, if you had a tennis ball on fire. Doesn't it kind of resemble that as well? At least in my mind, it does for some reason. But this is your basic attack. Of course, it's a little more powerful because we've got a damage upgrade to it, and that is your golden gun coin blasts. And as you can see, you could tap it as many times as you want. It's got a very good fire rate and a very good succession of fire, so you can really enjoy going completely crazy and trigger happy. Get it? Get it? All right. So, next up, I'll show the most boring thing, which to me is very boring, which is that pot of gold attack. It actually does pretty decent damage. Like, watch. There we go. You see, it's not too bad, but I don't know. I just find it to be completely boring, and I never, ever use it. But his other abilities are freaking fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, let's take a look at that machine gun, shall we? Look at this. With the unlimited ammunition, you could literally just stand here and look at this. Just rain fire. How awesome is this? Of course, if you do get attacked, then it comes back down, or gets put back down, I should say. But up to that point, I mean, you can just rain heavy fire on everybody. Like, look at this. How cool is that? That is freaking awesome. I love it. This is a really, really fun attack of his. But now let's take a look at his golden charge ups, because that is really where you can do a little bit more damage. So I'll show you each level of the charge up. So first off, we've got the first level of charge up, which is right here. So we've got the first one, which is just a yellow charge up, basic one. Does pretty decent damage, actually, 48 as you saw. Now you can further charge up right here. Oh gosh, come on. Oh gosh, no, I didn't. You see, I should have been paying attention to the fact that there were other enemies. You know what? This is actually a good thing. Well, it actually isn't a good thing, because I do want to show you how much damage that attack does. So let's go ahead and reset the same exact arena. Of course, we're just showing gameplay, so don't mind the fact that I completely just got owned in that arena. I didn't really get owned, it's just that I allowed 8 enemies into the circle that I should not have. Alright, so the first charge up, as I showed you, is this one. Now, the thing that is a little bit sucky with the charge ups, but it's also fair, and I find it fair for that reason. And as you're charging up, if you're getting hit by someone, then your charge up gets cancelled. So be careful with that. As you're charging up, you have to be very careful about how you approach this. So the first charge up I showed you already. This is the second one, which is the red one. And as you can see, it does a ton of damage, and it knocks you back quite a ways. So that's the second one, which is the red charge up. Next up, we've got the one right after that, which is that. I mean, look at that thing. That is the most ridiculous looking thing ever. Look at it. Watch. Wait. Oh gosh, no. Gotta make sure that I don't allow more than one enemy. So what I like to do is I like to gather them all up, and then I'll start charging it. Now, the only thing is, with each charge up, you slow down a bit, so it does get a little dangerous, like that, you see? So, ideally, you would want to probably create a little bit of a distance between yourself, and then allow yourself to charge it up, like so. Bam! Look at that, 200 damage to all of them. That is freaking awesome. I love him just for that. And I think that that's about all his attacks. So, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed all the gameplay that we just looked at for Trigger Happy. He's a freaking awesome character. He's got a lot of personality right away, which I really think is awesome, especially considering the fact that these are all original characters. They're not based on any previous IPs, comic books, or anything like that. So therefore, it's very important for them to have actual characters so that the players care about them. And Trigger Happy has a ton of character. So we looked at all the different upgrades. We looked at all the different stats. And overall, I give Trigger Happy a solid 9 out of 10. He's worth your pickup for sure. If you can find him, be it the Spyro's version, Spyro's Adventure version, or the Skylanders Giants version, it doesn't matter. He's worthwhile pickup. He's got awesome upgrades. He's got awesome abilities. He looks very cool. He uses guns, for God's sake, that shoot golden coins. Mario would be best friends with Trigger Happy. But there you have it, guys. This ends this particular review for another Skylanders Giants review for Trigger Happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit that like button, share the video, and favorite the video. Those are the best ways to show support for the series and the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you do not miss out on any future reviews. And once again, guys, you could always leave your opinions and thoughts. I always love to hear what you guys think about the Skylander at hand. In this case, it's Trigger Happy, in the comment section below. So let your voice be heard, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Blitzwinger out, and I'll see you later.